shopping off season at the thrift store is where it's at. Like, I shop for Halloween decor in the spring. I'll be shopping for sweaters in the summer because it's way less picked over because it's not something anyone is really looking for at the moment. Oh, this one has a pocket surprise. Always like a little scary. I feel like I tend to be a little bit of an unhinged thrifter, but this feels a little next level, even for me. Like, I did some serious damage to the Goodwills in Portland. Hello and welcome to the thrift haul of the century. You guys know I love a good thrift weekend away, and I went absolutely ham this time. This is a collection of everything I found at my trip to the Goodwill bins. If you missed that video, I will put it up here. That was my very first ever Goodwill bins experience, and it was something else. But while I was there, I did pop into a couple of traditional thrift stores as well, and I found so much good stuff. I'm a really avid thrifter in general, but one of my favorite ways to thrift is to thrift in new areas. I've found personally that different cities, different regions, all have a lot of different stuff at the thrift store, and I really love seeing what I can find in different places, and Portland never misses. Let's just jump right into it because this box is absolutely massive and this is going to be a long one. And as always, this will be a try on, of course. So I'm just going to start grabbing and pulling. Some of these are new with tags, which I always find just insane. This is a new with tags Nordstrom top. I got this for $9.99. I just thought this was such a cute little sheer number. I feel like it could be really fun with like kind of a minimal bra layered underneath for the rodeo. It's just got some really beautiful lace details and it's new with tags, so it's in gorgeous condition. This next dress was $7.99 at the Goodwill, and this is originally from Target, but it's a flannel dress. I know. Not only that, but I loved the ruffle detailing that goes along the arms and along the back of this. And this fabric is delicious. Like, it is so soft. And I actually think this is one of my favorite finds from the trip. This just feels like a very practical buy for me. Next up is this little Forever 21 top. I just thought this was so precious. It had kind of some of that similar like mesh lace detailing along the top, and I feel like this is just bringing that like cutesy whimsy cottagecore energy that I love. Let's just keep going on the cottagecore train because apparently I was very in that headspace for this weekend. But this is an adorable like eyelet apron, and if you guys didn't know, I am a proud chicken mom and they should start laying eggs here very soon, which I'm so excited about. But I wanted to have like a cute little way to go out and get the eggs in the morning, so I thought this was literally perfect with this little pocket to go collect my eggs and just, I don't know, do wholesome chicken mom things and be extra cute while I do it. Next is this little purple bralette type of situation. This is Urban Outfitters originally, but it was really giving me that kind of like Free People movement vibe, you know? And I got this for $4.99 at Goodwill. I tried to leave tags on as much as I could just so I could like actually share the prices with you guys. I found this really cool Pendleton whiskey t-shirt that I think would be a really cute like casual crop top for that kind of like laid back cowgirl next door energy. So need to take my scissors to that. And then I also found this really cute Long Live Cowgirls graphic tee. It's so funny because I never find Western t-shirts here where I'm at, but I found them in Portland, ? This is not usually the type of graphic t-shirt I would grab towards. This is more of like a female cut. This is like a Morgan Wallen song, but I thought it would be fun to play around with, and if nothing else, is a really good work shirt. I tend to be a big tank top person, which is not great for work purposes, so I've just been trying to get things with like sleeves. Next is this like forest green like pullover. I feel like this is just like what I live in the fall and like all things camping. These are the go-to. And Josh really likes these too, so I thought we could share this one. Sonoma Goods for Life. Is that Kohl's? It's an extra large and it fits us both so well. And I really like the kind of like quilt style pattern that's on it, but it's still like a nice basic, which is fantastic. Y'all, we haven't even made a dent in this box yet. Someone ground her from the thrift store. Next up are these little hippie rose shorts. These are kind of like that waffle knit material and are just a really nice basic. And I am the stain queen, so if I'm gonna buy anything white, it's absolutely going to be from the thrift store, so it's a little bit less high stakes to wear, because I always get nervous about white stuff and end up not wearing it because I know I'm going to destroy it. So if I get it from the thrift store, it just kind of removes that anxiety and allows me to like actually live my life. I usually do not thrift pants, specifically denim, just because fit is so specific, and I really struggle to find thrifted denim that actually fits me because sizing has changed so much over the year and varies so much by brand. But I kind of cleaned house on this trip. So I found these Eco Conception shorts, Kaibi denim. I don't know, I've never heard of, but I just really liked the length on these. They were like just kind of giving a little bit less of a booty short vibe, because I just don't like my cheeks hanging out, you know. These were $7.99 at Goodwill and fit me so great, so I'm really excited about those. And it ended up just being a really good pants day for me because I also found these gorgeous corduroy American Eagle shorts. And they have this cool like drawstring situation, so you can really get them to fit exactly how you wanted. It reminds me of like the old Navy jeans from when we were a kid that you could like adjust the elastic waistband on the side for the perfect fit. Slay. I think we should bring that back actually. These were $7.99. Very good summer staple. And I like that they're tan, not white. And these are probably my favorite find from the Goodwill bins. These were a pair of Abercrombie and Fitch 90s straight ultra high rise curve love jeans, but when we found them in the bin, one of the bottoms of the pant legs had this like gigantic pink stain of some kind, like absolutely destroyed, but it was only from the knee down, so Jen helped me cut it into a pair of shorts. My absolute favorite pair of denim shorts is from Abercrombie, but they're like $70 a pop, which is outrageous for like 4 inches of fabric in my opinion, but that's a discussion for another day. Anyway, these are a size 29 and I love this like pocket detail. Like it kind of looks like where you would have like traditional leather tag, but I just really liked that detail. And I have never mastered the art of cutting things into shorts and getting them to look right, but Jen had like a full process and I have so much to learn because these are flawless. Next bin score is this LL Bean overcoat flannel type of shirt. It's not like flannel patterned. Oh, it does have a stain on it that I didn't notice in the store. Classic Goodwill bins. Honestly, I'll probably still wear the crap out of it. I love this color. Bummer about the stain though. I really need to pay more attention. And then Jen found this really adorable J. Crew picnic table shirt. I really kind of want to crop this. Let me know what you guys think. It's more of like a full length shirt, which I don't know. I just never really wear a full length shirt because I tend to gravitate towards a higher rise pant. You guys let me know what you think, if I should crop this or leave it be, but it was just giving that cute like little picnic table energy and I thought would be very, very sweet for like a little date or a park picnic. I found so much Target brand at the Goodwill bins. This one's actually just from the Goodwill, not the bins, but just something I noticed was a lot of Target and Old Navy specifically brand-wise at the bins. But this is just a little Target tube top. This is a medium, so hopefully it works. I tend to size down in tube tops just to prevent them from like slipping, but I love stuff like this in the summer and this color is an absolute favorite of mine. To be honest, it's been a while since I've actually looked through all of this because I thrifted it and then it was shipped to me and then I've just been crashing out and haven't filmed this haul, so it's been really fun actually to remember what's in here. I found some really good stuff. This next shirt is Stitch in Pine, which I've never heard of. I found this for $4.99 at Goodwill, but this is just so freaking cute. So it's got this little cami underneath, which I like, and then it's kind of all built together, but something about like the front detailing and those like structure lines I was just utterly obsessed with. It's so stretchy too, which is not always the case with lace tops. So I think this is going to be really fun for like a date night. These next two things you guys literally are not ready for. They're so good. Me and Jen got into a baby fight over these.
I'm so mad at you.
Are we fighting again?
We're fighting.
I found these red leather 9 West boots at the Goodwill bins. So I don't really know exactly how much these weigh, but it couldn't have been more than like $5, I think, of my total. My total at the bins was around $50 and the cart was full. So I feel like these boots alone were worth the trip to the bins. I'm freaking obsessed with them, and I'm so excited that I found both pair. Because if you watched the bins video, you know that I also found a red pair of cowboy boots, but I only found one. So Goodwill bins tragedy. And then the other pair of shoes that I found that I'm so excited about are these little star booties. I think these are just so cute, and I am usually a traditional cowboy boot kind of gal, but I feel like I needed some shorter options, especially if I'm wearing like long jeans. It can be just kind of uncomfortable to have a shoe up to your knee if it's not showing. So I just thought these were perfect, and I thought the star detail was just so fun and cute, and these were $7 at Goodwill. So next I found this really cute little gingham skirt situation. This was $6.99 at Goodwill as well, but I liked that it had this kind of front panel, so it looks like more like a skirt in the front, and it has pockets, you guys, so that takes it up like a level or two in my opinion. But these are just going to be so nice to throw on for work. A very casual feeling piece of clothing that kind of dresses up an outfit, which is fantastic because comfort is key. Another Goodwill bins find, just this little Crater Lake hyper crop. I thought it would be good like for the gym, like a little pump cover. I feel like I'm like re-entering my cropped t-shirt era lately. Found this cutie little Eddie Bauer day pack at the bins. This is like gonna be perfect for like snacks and a water bottle for like a little short hike, which I need to start doing more of because that's like most of the reason I moved to Idaho was to play outside, so I need to do more of that. But I like too that this is like a one shoulder. Whoever wore this before me was a very small person. And it's got this like little front pocket, which is so nice. I don't think phones are that small anymore, but you could put like your chapstick or something in there. This was kind of a silly buy. These were $4.99, but I just can't resist a good PJ short, you know? Like, these remind me of like those old school Old Navy ones that like everyone had and I still go buy every year for Christmas. Oh, these are actually Old Navy ones. Well, that would be why they remind me of the Old Navy ones. So yes, I got some Old Navy PJs. Another really great bins find, I found this really cool purse. I really love mixing neutrals like black and brown leather like this, and I love when an accessory does that because it gives me more of an excuse to kind of play around with that with the rest of my outfit. But I just thought these details at the top were really, really cool, and I think I have a little bit of an addiction to purses, which is hilarious because I don't go anywhere. But you can just never have too many good bags, you know? Kind of like shoes. Okay, I feel like I found quite a bit of winter stuff on this trip, which is funny because it's the middle of summer, but I do live somewhere that it gets so cold in the winter, so always got winter on the brain because it's winter here more often than not. And pro tip, shopping off season at the thrift store is where it's at. Like, I shop for Halloween decor in the spring. I'll be shopping for sweaters in the summer because it's way less picked over because it's not something anyone is really looking for at the moment. But I found this fantastic Wrangler fleece lined flannel at the Goodwill bins, and Josh straight up lives in these in the winter. They're so comfortable, so I totally see why. So I picked this up for him. I thought that would be a good thing for us to have. We do share a lot of this type of thing, so I'm sure I will get my use out of it as well. Oh, this one has a pocket surprise. Always like a little scary. Fred Meyer receipt. They bought just cookies. That's honestly kind of the vibe. Another pair of bins shorts. These ones are going to need a little bit of surgery because you can tell someone like me who doesn't know how to cut jeans into shorts cut these because they're wildly uneven, but they fit really great, so I just need to touch those up. And this piece I'm so excited about. I literally never find Free People anywhere. Plato's Closet, Uptown Cheapskate, definitely not at the thrift store. So I finally snagged a piece of Free People movement, and I'm so stoked. It's just this kind of like muscle tank, but it had this cool graphic on the front. And now I can finally play cool girl and show off my Free People. I do work out a lot, and I go to Pilates, and I usually like to have a shirt to like throw on over my matching set to and from in case I stop at the grocery or anything. So I'm really excited about that. I found so much good stuff that I forgot about. I'm like getting re-excited all over again. So this is a little sheer kind of black button up, but it has this fringe on the front. But I thought this was so freaking fun with like a super sparkly belt buckle. This is like giving me potential NFR vibes. I am really trying to manifest being able to go to that this year, so I'm already outfit planning, even though I have not at all secured the tickets, hotel, any of the logistical elements of that. But if I do go, the outfit's gonna eat, okay? This was $7.99 at Goodwill, and I'm very excited about it. Another good Western tee. I still think it's hilarious that I can never find these in Idaho, but Portland, Oregon. Yeehaw. Another J. Crew. This is more of like a structured button up, but I love these. This one's a little bit heavier weight, which I thought would be really nice in the fall and winter. And I'm just really messing with navy this year. I feel like I'm usually like brown girly through and through, but me and navy have been getting along just fine. Getting down towards the bottom, I found these two gorgeous aerie sweaters. These are so soft. That's one of the things I love about American Eagle is just their fabrics. But this is a size medium, just this gorgeous blue sweater. Like, I'm going to wear this so much. I feel like it would be so cute with like some boxer bottoms for jammies or just like a work shirt in the winter. But I found two of them. I found the same sweater in this like neutral stripe, which is fantastic. We have options. I feel like I tend to be more of a hoodie person in the fall or winter, but I really want to be a sweater girl. So it's really just about finding one that's soft, and these are soft. So I am hopeful. Another sweater in July, because that's just what we need. This one's a Walmart brand extra large, but I just thought this was so cute. It's like got that kind of chunky knit. It almost is giving like handmade energy. It's really heavy, but the holes in it are big enough, so it's definitely one of those in the winter that you have to layer or you're going to freeze to death. But I thought the colors and just like the weight of this sweater were chef's kiss. Okay, I have absolutely no idea what brand these are. They have like no tags or logos on them, but they're just these like little cross front flare leggings, but they have the butt scrunch, which I love. We all love a moment where our butt looks good, am I right? I have a ton of activewear, but I don't have any of the flare legs, so hopefully these fit well. But they've got good compression, which I like, so... Okay, and these are a pair of Brandy Melville sweats that I found at the Goodwill bins. You can definitely tell that somebody like loved the ever-loving shit out of these pants. They are like busted. So this is like a hair tie that they kind of like tried to fix the fact that the waistband tie came out. But like, that's how you know that somebody loved these into the ground and then some. They are so soft and they fit really well. And I think they are going to work great. This definitely felt like a score. I love Brandy Melville fabric. Something about them, they're a little bit like stiff, but like also worn in. I don't know. Something about it, if you haven't tried, keep your eye out because I've been finding a lot of Brandy at the thrift stores recently. Then I just found this Arizona fleece flannel again for Josh. You really just can never go wrong with jackets like this in the winter in Idaho especially. And to go with the cute little star booties, I found like the perfect jacket. Jen picked this up and my jaw hit the floor. It is stunning. It is originally universal thread from Target, but it's got these really cool like stud and star details, and I just feel like it would be very cute together, so I can't wait to put an outfit together with those two pieces. And last but not least, brand new with tags, Urban Renewal, which is amazing. Also, have anyone else like low-key kind of forgotten that Urban Outfitters existed? Because I haven't been into an Urban Outfitters in ages, probably since college, but it used to be one of my favorite stores and I like fully forgot about it. Like they just dropped off the map. But this sweater is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. It's Brian McNeil knitwear originally. Not familiar with the brand, but I am just going to absolutely live in this in the winter. This will be so good to like grab a beer after a day of snowboarding, something like that. I love the colors and the design in the knit, and it's very heavyweight, which is fantastic because I feel like a lot of sweaters are not made with warmth in mind, and that's really the only reason I'm wearing a sweater is to be warm. So, and that's a wrap on my biggest thrift haul ever and my most unhinged thrifting weekend to date. Put me in a thrift store with Jen and my wallet better run and hide. Let me know where you think I should go next. I love a good travel thrift weekend and I'd love to get another one on the books for maybe this fall. I'm kind of thinking somewhere warm could be fun because I feel like I always find the best jackets in places where people don't need jackets.